Here we go. We're going to have a spiritual lady try to explain to us that no one can cheat on you. She's saying that cheating is an illusion. Let's take a listen to what she has to say.
It's unpopular opinion, but this piece of wisdom gonna set you free right here. Realizing that no one can cheat on you. It's about understanding that you have no possession over nobody. Nobody belongs to you. And once you realize this will simply set you free. We as humans be choosing bondage. We be choosing slavery because we don't realize that we have a choice of our own freedom and our own awareness of realizing that, dang, man, nobody belongs to me. So let me set them free. But a lot of people don't want to hear this. I know, man. This is when you got to stop taking things so personal. Stop feeling like you have ownership and control over somebody else's well being and someone else's life decisions. If they want to do what they want to do, it has nothing to do with you. They did not cheat on you, they cheated on themselves. They have no loyalty to themselves. Stop making everything about you. This is them, this is their character, and they just exposed it to you. You can either deal with it, cry about it, pout about it, or move on with it. It's up to you, boo. It's an unpopular opinion, but this piece of wisdom.
So I'm going to look at what she said objectively. Okay. Um, Look, when it comes to when we talk about infidelity, right? Cheating and these things, I believe I believe this. I believe whatever partner that you're with, you have to be honest about who you are as a person. That's what when I look at cheating, I look at it as you have to be honest with the person that you're with. Are you with multiple people? If you're not, okay, so you need to be able to give your partner the chance to see who you are, right? Now, I will say this about her in particular, right? Because when it comes to cheating, to me, it's very straightforward. But I it's I could expand on that later. But particularly when it comes to her, when you see these so-called spiritual people, free spirits, and what they say sounds nice, right? It sounds deep in theory, but in their personal lives be wrecks. Meaning they'll be with a dude, they'll be messing with multiple people, they'll be with a dude, and then they'll end up liking the dude, and then they'll deliberately put themselves in a delusion when they catch feelings. And then what will happen? They'll find that dude that they really want to be with, that they caught feelings for, and then they'll want him to drop everything that he's doing just to be with her. And when that doesn't happen, she'll lose her mind. Bro, I am witnessing this right now as we speak. There are literally three ladies I know personally. They are deliberately deluding themselves because right now they're side chicks. But the dude that I know, he's he's not in a relationship, right? But if he ends up being in a relationship and he doesn't pick her, all that stuff that she's talking about is going to go out the window. I'm just letting you guys know right now. I'm just letting chicks like this that be saying this kind of stuff, they be capping. So this is when you hear women like this, these are the same. I compare women like this. I compare them to these so-called female socialists that the women that be advocating for socialism, and they even be getting men to ride with them on that with socialism, and we need to be communists and whatnot. This is the trap right here. I know it's a weird analogy, but hear me out. This is the trap. We all know. We've heard what women say. Now that women have money, what do they say? There's no men that are economically attractive to me. I can only date my level or above. You got to be at my level or above. Now, what happens if socialism is ushered in, communism is ushered in? All the women, what is it going to do is literally everybody's going to be at one level, and you have the automatically rich, the people, the politicians, the clergymen, the people that are already meant to have more money than the rest of the people. They're going to end up with all the socialists, the so-called socialist women. They're going to be there is going to be and is going to end up just the drug dealers that are above the law and them. the power ups that get all the women, and the so-called socialist men that are on their level are not going to get none. This is the trap. This is the trap when you're dealing with women like this that have these theories and you know what I mean? That cling to these things. You know, cheating is an illusion and whatnot. Now, I understand what she's trying to say in terms of you can't take it personally if somebody is cheating on you. Now, that I agree, because you can't use that as, if somebody cheats on you, particularly if you're a man, if somebody cheats on you, as if a woman cheats on you, and if you're a man, you can't take it personally. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, and I already told you what I thought about cheating. I think whatever partners that get to each other, you got to be honest about what it is and what you sign on that contract. Especially if you guys decide to go into union with each other under your God that you believe in, you have to honor that. Now, when it comes to, I believe this: if a man cheats on, if say if you're a woman and a man cheats on you, you have to look. I believe as a woman, you have to. People might think this is victim blaming, but I'm doing. But you have. I'm saying it like this: you have to look at yourself. You got to look at the situation. Now, what kind of guy did you choose? Be honest. Be honest on what kind of guy did you choose. Be honest on what kind of guy you chose, because the numbers, because numbers wise, let's take the black community for example. There are, I think, yes, 6 million more black women than black men. So if we paired up every single black man to be married, there would still be 6 million, 6 billion women left, black women left over. So the numbers, and then now let's take account this. Now let's take the marriage out of the equation. Now let's take the equation that women only find 10% of men attractive. Now let's take into account, he can only be over 6 feet tall. So now you're the numbers. If you find a guy that fits your description, it's almost going to be impossible to just be with just you. I'm sorry. This is what women, you've created this. This is not men's fault. So now the man that is highly attracted to you, or the man that's making this certain money amount, women have done this. You did this, not men. You've made him the ultimate prize. He's not the ultimate prize of a man, is not going to be with just one woman. I'm sorry. This is what you created. So you got to look at it like that. And then you just got to look at it like this. What kind of man did you select? Especially when we're talking about these single moms out here. Let's keep it a buck. Did you go with the player dude? You know what I mean? That you knew you wasn't really supposed to be with him, but you decided to keep his kid for whatever reason. Or you had a decent dude, but his program, you just did not believe in his program. So you're like, I can't live under his program. So I got to find a way out. Let's keep it a buck. Is this what you did? Like, you have, I believe, as if the man cheats, you got to look at, okay, what kind of man did I select? You know what I mean? And then on top of that, when we're talking about cheating for men and women, now that you see the percentages of sexless marriages, and if as a woman you're not doing your job in that department, I don't want to hear shit about he's cheating. And now that's my official opinion on cheating. Now, obviously, there's no foolproof plan. And I believe if you're a man that likes to mess with multiple women and stuff like that, I don't think you should be getting married anyways. But if you want to do it for whatever reason, your political reasons, you're trying to move up in the world, you need to be honest with the partner that you're with. And I believe this: if you're high value enough of a man, meaning if you make a certain amount of paper, or you're popular enough, or you have enough status, there are plenty of women that will select you, that will agree with your arrangement. If you're that dude. If you're that dude, she'll accept it. And that's my official opinion on when it comes to infidelity and cheating. Now, I'm not going to completely bash her, but I know a lot of women like this. Now, I don't want to see men in my comments talking about cheating is bad both ways. No. We got to be honest as men, because anytime, especially when it'll be unfortunately, the average man, I think, because most men don't understand what it's like to be pursued. So it's easy for Joe Blow on the street to be like, oh man, Tiger Woods is such a bad guy for cheating. But you don't understand, because you got to be with these dudes that get approached. You have to, at least, you need a shadow. You got to look at what happens. Like, when I'm talking about women literally throwing themselves at them, most men are not going to be able to handle that pressure. What's the I don't know what the quote is. I think the quote is a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything, and a woman's loyalty is tested when the man has nothing, or something like that. And that's pretty accurate. And when you give that average man just a promotion at their job, they seem to always put themselves in a position where they're messing with multiple women, damn near every other time. You know what I mean? Now, you'll have, like, the religious, the Christ pillars, and no, it's bad both ways. I think they only say that so they can stay in the the graces of the women in their lives. But let's keep it honest. Cheating for men and cheating for women, it's different. It's different. There's different levels to it. It's not just black and white. You know what I mean? So this is obviously a deeper conversation that we can have on that end, right? But she said what she said. There's certain things I agree with what she's saying, and there's certain things I disagree with it. Now, I'm not going to trust her at her word, only because I know too many women like her, the so-called spiritually free, free spirit type ladies that are former scorned side chicks, and women like that could never be more than side chicks. And really, the man that would promise her monogamy, she just has no respect for. She has no respect for them. So it's a delicate conversation, but it is what it is. Tell me what you think in the comment section.